Irashaimase, everybody. Welcome to the Art of Comics. It's me, your host, Andres Salazar. I am excited to be here with you guys today. So, we're going to talk about Miracleman, and I'll give you a quick rundown. It is convoluted, it's complex, but I'll try to do my best to just give you like the Cliff Notes version. I'm not going to do a freaking 20-minute documentary about that, although someone probably has. I just don't have it in me to edit it because after editing that documentary I made, it was just too much. Okay, enough of that. If you want to know more about me, go check out my website, andresalazarart.com. I have a Patreon that has all my comics. Weekend Warriors is up now that I'm working on. I have a art show here in Ventura, California, a solo exhibition. May 3rd is the open reception, and then the whole month of May on the weekends it'll be open. So come check that out, see my work. Now on to the show with Miracleman. 1954-ish, a man named Mike Anglo created Miracleman. Basically a ripoff of Captain Marvel, Shazam, right? Captain Marvel, the Marvel family, Captain Marvel, Marvel Jr., or Marvel Boy, all that stuff. Okay. The publishers wanted to keep using that. DC said no, so they basically made a ripoff. This happened all the time. So Miracleman was originally created back in the 50s and 60s. Then let's fast forward to 82. 82, Alan Moore has an opportunity. His buddy Stephen Moore says, hey, you should tell Alan about this. He would love to do it. Alan was a big fan of those old Miracleman comics. Marvelman. Did I say Miracleman? Marvelman. We're still at Marvelman. So it starts off Captain Marvel, Marvelman in the 50s. 82, Alan Moore gets the chance to write, kind of refresh, rebrand Marvelman. Okay, now, this is what Alan Moore does. A friend of mine said, he doesn't come up with original stuff. What he is known for, what he is good at, and he's good at a lot of things. I'm reading this book, actually, it's really good, called, right here, Illuminations, little short stories. It's very good. I like it. So he can write. I mean, do we question that? He can write. But what he's known in the comic book world for a lot of his most famous stuff is deconstructing, reconstructing, recontextualizing literary pieces of work, right? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Supreme, Superman. This is Captain Marvel, right? So he basically says, okay, 82 in Warrior Magazine, the British magazine. Warrior Magazine, we're going to do Miracleman. I've got this idea, this pitch, and it is going to be my flavor, right? Which is hyper violent, hyper kind of this sexualized, very real, gritty feel, the psychosis of these types of people. Successful, goes off by gangbusters. Alan Moore's magnificent run, like everything he does, from 82 goes on. Then in 85, we have a change. In 85, it goes from Miracleman, Marvelman to Miracleman. Sorry, I told you it's confusing. Captain Marvel, Marvelman. Now it's Miracleman, and this is Miracleman issue 7. There was some delays. 1 through 6 went fine. Then we started getting delays. This is when Eclipse comes in. So Eclipse gets it in 85, publishes it here in the States, Eclipse in 85. So in 82, Warrior Magazine, Alan Moore. 85, Eclipse. Changes the name to Miracleman. Okay? In England, Marvelman, Warrior. In America, Miracleman, Eclipse. This is probably Eclipse's best published book. They actually did some great stuff. I'm a fan of Eclipse. They've done some good stuff, and we've shared some of it on the channel. But Alan Moore basically keeps working on this. After he leaves, he hands the baton to Neil Gaiman. Basically, he tied everything up. There's no more war and crime. Everything's hunky-dory. It's a utopia. And he's like, okay, do you want this? And Neil Gaiman's like, yeah, give it to me. So 85 to 93, Eclipse. Then after that, Marvel comes in the picture. In 09, Marvel has rights to it. They changed the name back to Marvelman because it turns out that Mike Anglo, who originally created it, there was the assumption that it was work for hire and that the rights to these stories were to the publisher. Well, guess what? Turns out he had the rights all along. So he made a deal with Quesada. Marvel got publishing rights. That kind of had issues with Moore because Alan Moore is not a fan of the big two because of creator rights, things like that. So he's like, I don't want to be named. Get me off the title. Or the credits, whatever. So I think they do a workaround. He's called the original artist, writer. I don't know. So, and then now here we are. And I think they've made, so I read this. I know I haven't read this one ever. I've read the first 5 or 6 years ago. We might have even covered it. I have a problem. And it's not that I have a fever for more cowbell, but my problem is I get obsessed with comics. I spend money I should not spend. Don't watch this, wife. And so I went and bought the damn book. I bought the omnibus. I know I wasn't supposed to, dude. I did it. So I just bought it. So I shouldn't have done it because I have like stacks of books. Art books I'm reading. There's so many things I have to read, and I just bought this. But I got excited, and I have an issue. Maybe we should change this into like, stop spending money, dude, and stop doing shit like that. Anyway, okay. It's like therapy. I'm going through a lot of emotions, and so doing dumb shit. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is really good. So I'm going to flip the camera over and let's talk about Miracleman. Let's do it. Let's not break glass while we're at it.
Are you ready?
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk some Miracleman. I am excited about doing this video. Okay. So I bought this at the swap meet down the street, and I was like, oh, $1? I'll buy this. This is so good. So we start off with the little letter by Kat, who's the editor-in-chief. Should I zoom this in a little bit? Let me zoom this in. You guys can see it. Hopefully you guys don't want... I want to know. Give me the comment below. Do you watch these on your phone, or do you watch them on your computer? I'm assuming phone. By the way, I don't have blood on my hands. This is ink. I was doing some artwork. Looks like it though. I feel like the phone is where people do stuff, but because I'm doing these visual images, your little phone can't maybe pick these up, but no one's sitting at a computer nowadays. Okay, we are right in the middle of a freaking battle. We've got Miracleman, Marvelman, whatever we're calling him, in his pedestrian kind of world. He hasn't said his word yet, magic world, and he's got this dog, this alien monster dog that has got a heart on, and he's evil. And again, Moore is always adding these like sexual dimensions to violence, which I guess is like common and warranted. And so he's using these psychoses, right? He's using like modern pathology to help elucidate the twos, whys, and what-havers of these stories. And so it's just a mature reading. It's for mature audiences, as you can imagine. So his fingers got bit off. Meanwhile, we have these like German baddies who are looking for him. They send out the dog, who's also kind of magical. He has his word. Don't know how he speaks it though. That was one of the issues. And Miracleman's fighting this monster. These cronies go out to find the bodies, right? Because Miracleman and his friend Cream, those two are the ones that are like ran off after being captured. By the way, I should mention the art. Apologies. Is Chuck Beckham. Again, I think the art is serviceable, and there are artists that work on this that are wonderful, like Tobin, Veach, Gulassi, but you don't necessarily always get it for the art. It's really about Alan Moore's take on the superhero genre. And this is 82. This issue is actually 86. So think about the times of comics. Watchmen's happening. Dark Knight's happening. I always go to Bill Sienkiewicz's New Mutants is happening. Like, these things are happening in this time. Kyle Baker's Shadow. That late 80s, I think, is I always think of that as like the hotbed of like really pushing comics in new areas, really telling different types of stories. So this is right there, right in the middle of that. Well, he says the word, he remembers the word Steppenwolf, which changes the dog into this cute little puppy. And what does he do? I smash its brains out. The smell is terrible. And once the adrenaline rush has passed, I throw up. After that, I wait. I just wait. Just great, visceral thoughts. And the way they make the dog so cute, you're like, oh my gosh, this is just brilliant, like, storytelling. And then we see him then transform into Miracleman. And now he's just going to kick some ass. And he's so overpowered and so full of... You know what reminds me? I wonder if... who's that character in the show, Boys? Like Vindicator? Or I don't know what his name is. Like the Superman type guy. Reminds me a lot of this guy. There's this psychotic nature to him. A little bit. And he's just so overpowerful that, crap goes down. So anyway, he gets these two. They mention, by the way, one of them mentions that he's like, talks about the Ubermensch. They're German. They do have this, there's a Nazi kind of element to it that they kind of like are hinting at. And they love that he's blonde and blue-eyed and this kind of Aryan kind of look. Almost in admiration, but beyond admiration, maybe in kind of almost a worshipful way. Although adoration does mean worship. Smash the brains. I mean, just super violent. Like, no freaking joke. And then now he's going to just kill him. I mean, just in such a brutal, ghastly way. And now he's I'm after you, Gargunza. Gargunza's the kind of the evil scientist guy that is his arch nemesis, similar to the guy in Captain Marvel. Can't remember his name. I love this panel, just him flying through the air, through everything, just going through people, just flew through those people, just super crazy. And he pops up in front of the leader guy, just before he could say the word, he just like crushes his larynx and takes him off into the sky, into the stratosphere, atmosphere, and he kind of sees the world how God sees it, and he sees in theory how little they are. And after that, he kisses Gargunza goodbye and throws him down. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. is done. There you go. Just bada boom. It's great storytelling, man. He's using these songs and poems and elements, you know, really creating what I consider literature, like badass stuff. And then the rest is just some ads and stuff. So, by the way, I don't know who Airboy is, but this looks cool as heck. I really like this. I really, really like this a lot. This would be fun to I just like this drawing. I'd be interested in that. I don't know Crossfire and Rainbow. Don't know these guys, but it's a nice drawing. Oh, Mark and Veer. I know that. DNA Agents, Seduction of the Innocent. That'd be interesting. See what that's about. Wrightson? Oh. And then this is Tales of the First Empire, Soulstone. I don't know this at all, but I looked at this and I'm like, this is kind of cool. I like the little stippling. I like the colors. These panels are great. This is a beautiful face here and hand. This rendering is really nice. Love the costuming. This is a story by Pedro Henry. Art by John Ridgway. And this is very well done. Don't know what this is, but I'm a freaking fan of this. For sure. Yeah. Very cool. I'm going to have to get some more of that. And there you go. So, huge fan of this. And yes, I bought the stinking omnibus and we will talk about it. So, there you go. That's my take on Miracleman number 7. More to come later. Thanks for watching, guys.